Hey, Dave here from Geeky Guys, and welcome to the next episode of 18 Days Till Halloween, 18 horror movies and 18 horror movie reviews. Now the one today, I've just watched it, and I'd have to say it's an absolute belter. Really enjoyed it, really good. It is called The Rule of Jenny Penn. 2024 New Zealand film, mainly filmed on location in New Zealand as well, based on the short story of the same name by Owen Marshall, and it was also directed by James Ashcroft and written partially by Ashcroft and Eli Kent. The guest stars, well, I should say the cast rather than guest stars. The main cast is Geoffrey Rush and John Lithgow, or John Lithgow. Never quite sure how he's supposed to pronounce that, but we've covered both, so that'll be fine. And George Henare. It's a psychological thriller, not your typical horror film with gore and monsters and demons and ghosts and things like that, but a very tense psychological thriller. It takes place predominantly in a care home, and to set the scene, I would say that Geoffrey Rush's character, Stefan Mortensen, is a High Court judge, and the beginning of the film, you kind of see him at his best, kind of laying all the evidence out on the table, ripping people to shreds, telling people some home truths, being the judge you would really want on your side. If somebody had done something bad to you, just says it exactly how it is, doesn't care who he offends. It's just completely by the book and by his own book as well, and his own set of morals and rules. So sets him up straight away as a strong character. But then he has a stroke while he's in court delivering a verdict, loses use of his grip of his arms a little bit and struggles to stand, ends up in a wheelchair and gets put into a care home, the aforementioned care home. And it's kind of some good social commentary there as well about the care home system, about the health system as a whole, the NHS, and about the struggles that these care home staff have, where they can't be watching residents every second of the day, and how easy it is for things to go wrong and for bad things to happen, and the pressures that they're under, and the things like the dangers of lack of CCTV and lack of good security. And things like that. It's got some really good social commentary. It came out in 2024 and premiered at the Fantastic Fest in September 2024, no less, and was released in New Zealand on the 20th of March 2025, and obviously came out on Shudder as well, which is where I watched it, and I can definitely recommend the Horror Shudder streaming platform. Some great films and TV series is on there. It's well worth getting for the £5 a month, I have to say. Really good value. So when this judge gets to this care home, he finds that there's somebody who's kind of ruling the roost there, is doing some pretty nasty, chilling, horrible things to the other residents, unbeknownst to the staff. It kind of turns out pretty quickly that he's kind of been there a long time. He's kind of the head of the roost, unbeknownst to the staff, who just think he's just a general resident. Plays on people because they're weak or because their minds have gone. So he plays on that and does nasty things, drops people in things, gets them in trouble for things that's not their fault. There's a death prophecy cat wandering around the care home, which is quite good fun, because we've obviously heard of that in recent years in news stories and like the Sun and the Daily Star and rags like that, about cats sitting next to somebody in a care home and then they die. So they play on that a little bit, which is quite fun. And you don't quite know when that person's going to go and what's the details of how that's going to happen. So that's another aspect to it that's quite interesting. And he realizes that these people in this care home are scared to death, and that they're not going to help this judge to stop this guy, because obviously he goes in as a man of the law, with a sharp mind. Even though he's losing it a little bit, he's still sharper than everybody else in there. Very strong-willed, very high moral, so he doesn't like this horrible man going around doing these terrible things to people at all, and wants to stop him. He tries to his roommate to help, but that ends up taking time to get him to get the courage to do it. And it's just very interesting, and obviously the performance of the cast is absolutely amazing. You know, I mean, when you see the two main stars are like Geoffrey Rush and John Lithgow, you know that, you know, they've looked at the script and they're not going to have done something rubbish. It's going to be good, you know, at their stage of the careers and their experience in the industry. And it is a very, very good film. I wouldn't say it's slow or anything. There's always something going on. It's always tense. You're always wondering what's going to happen next, how they're going to get this right. And the protagonist, Dave Creeley, played by Lithgow, is a pretty horrible man. Yeah, he's doing some pretty nasty stuff to people, and obviously when the judge starts going against him, he realises he's met his match, basically. And so wherever he's got the opportunity, he's got to try and get him put down, get him blamed for bad things happening, and set him up. So that's quite interesting. There's a nice battle of the minds there, you know, and this kind of psychotic resident that's been there a long time, and this ex-judge that's come in that's gone, what the hell, trying to sort this out. So that is very, very good, and he's slowly losing his abilities, his cognitive abilities and his physical abilities. So if he's going to stop this guy, he's got to do it quick before he can't anymore, basically. So that's quite interesting. As I say, it was filmed mainly in New Zealand. It's got some pretty good scores across the board. Somewhere I did see it scored 6 out of 10, which was ridiculous. I don't know who scored it that, but they were obviously not watching the same film. James Ashcroft won Best Director at the Fantastic Fest in Austin in September 2024 for the film. Lithgow and Rush shared the Best Actor award at Spain's Sitges Film Festival in October 2024. So yeah, it's got awards, well deserved, I would say. Very good script, very well put together, very well paced. Certainly one of the best tamer horror films that I've seen in a long time. One of the better films I've seen in a little while, to be honest. A lot of originality in there. Very, very good. So yeah, I would say definitely give it a watch if you can. It's on Shudder, and it's probably in other places as well, like Prime and Apple TV, where you probably have to pay for it to rent or buy, but it's well worth it. A very good film, and an hour and 40 odd minutes that you'll be pleased you took out of your life to watch it as well. So yeah, I would say it's good. It's a bracingly malicious tale of elder abuse. There's some great social commentary in there on a number of different things. So give it a watch. I think you'll enjoy it. If you've got any comments about it, obviously please drop them below what you thought, and we'll see you tomorrow for the next review for the 18 days up to Halloween. There will be a little break over the weekend, Friday and Saturday, where I'll be getting together with Mr. P and Mr. Jethro to record some of our more standard Geeky Guys Show pod stuff, our main episodes, but then I'll be straight back at it on Sunday evening. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the review. Hope you check out the film, let us know what you think, and we'll see you on the next one, where we review another horror film in the lead up to Halloween. Oh yeah, an additional, I forgot to mention that the protagonist, the John Lithgow character, Dave Creeley, walks about with a toy doll on the end of his hand that he calls Jenny Penn, and that is connected obviously to the name of the film, so that makes it a little bit more freaky, little strange, little chilling, and brings out some of the fun sides of the film as well. So yeah, I thought I'd add that, and catch you on the next one.